Yo, what it is, YouTube? Is your boy DC coming back with another bullseye of a video here today on the channel.
Didn't need a grapevine to hear you sounding like me. Need another shout out when I put on D&D. And it's you, babe. You know nothing else get in between. It's too much for me to scheme, babe. I know that I'm real, this ain't no sound. You can only find on desktop, yeah. I'm making the room bounce. I'm not even rolling up. It's just ain't a flat.
And that's the track we're going to be working on here today. Make sure you double check to make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because today I got an exciting video. We're going to be cooking up a free OZONE master preset that I will be giving you guys here today and show you guys how you can sauce your masters up, your songs up really quickly, you feel me, from step to step. So in the link down below, don't forget to check the link to the free preset. You guys will see it right there. And also go on the website and maybe peruse around, look if you guys want to book a mix or grab a preset. Either way, we're giving this out for free. We're being generous this year in 2026. We're gonna blow y'all boys. Let's go. So I would usually start on the OZONE flat, all right? And the first thing you got to do is use your ears.
Didn't need a grapevine to hear you sounding like me. Need another shout out when I put on D&D. And it's you, babe. You know nothing else get in between. It's too much for me to keep.
First thing that I hear is I do my pre-planning, all right? Imagine it's like we're a football team, all right? We're trying to get into the huddle before we run the play, which is the OZONE 11, all right? Very simply, we do our pre-planning out here. Okay, first of all, the mix could get wider, all right? So that's what I'm gonna work on. Whenever I think about something, just work on it instantly. Don't think about it, all right? I feel like the high end needs a little bit widening, but mostly the mid-range needs more widening than anything. I like to hop on the imager and I like to just hit learn and let that baby go.
Didn't need a grapevine to hear you sounding like me. Need another shout out when I put on D&D. And it's you, babe. You know nothing else get in between. It's too much for me to scheme, babe.
So no, I do not let the AI do all of the working for me, but I just let it do the starting. So I'll use my own ears too, you know. Not interested in widening any of my low end, so I just try to get my crossover to not be there. Let me listen to the harshness. I don't want to widen that out either.
Too much for me to scheme, babe. I know that I'm real, this ain't no sound. You can only find on desktop, yeah. I'm making the room bounce. I'm not even rolling up. It's just ain't a flex. I don't wanna call on them all. Call on them all.
So that's my stereo imaging, you know. So this is gonna be a part of a pantry of different sauces and seasonings that I'm gonna put together. Because this is how I usually work on my OZONE, you know. And the next thing I'm going to use is the stabilizer. I hear that the song needs to wiggle around because it has a nice little bit of a bounce to it. So that's what we're going to be looking to attack. You know, we want a little bit of wiggle, and the OZONE stabilizer is great for bringing wiggle.
You gon' fall in love with me tonight. You gon' call me. If I don't get a text, something ain't right. Girl with a pretty face, I get I'ma go, man. It's more than I can explain in a short time. Didn't need a grapevine to hear you sounding like me. Need another shout out when I put on D&D. And it's you, babe. You know nothing else get in between. It's too much for me to scheme, babe. I know that I'm real, this ain't no sound. You can only find on desktop, yeah. I'm making the room bounce.
And this is also another wonderful plugin too. If you start off your rough mix with OZONE stabilizer, and you know what I'll do too is I'll even be mixing my actual track and I'll see what the OZONE stabilizer is taking down, because eventually what it's trying to do is just make your mix just even, you feel me? So if I see, oh, there's a little bit too much high end, I'll actually go back into the mix and take out a little bit of high end. Okay, so that's why we have the stabilizer. And I'll use the exciter, you know. I'll do the same exact trick that I did again.
You gon' fall in love with me tonight. You gon' call me. If I don't get a text, something ain't right. Girl with a pretty face, I get I'ma go, man. It's more than I.
I like to do it to where I get all the way to the brink of where I don't hear the vocal at all, and I only just hear low end. That means I'm not going to be distorting my low end. I don't want to, you know, be pushing this band and I'm getting low end distortion, because it's just going to muddy up the vocal, you know. It's going to muddy up the whole mix, the sub distortion.
You gon' fall in love with me tonight. You gon' call me. If I don't get a text, something ain't right. Girl with a pretty face, I side eye when I put on D&D. And it's you, babe. You know nothing else get in between. It's too much for me to scheme, babe. I know that I'm real, this ain't no sound. You can only find on desktop.
Because it's a love song, I'm going for a little bit of more of a warmth sound. So you see what I do, I drive it to the maximum to hear what's really going on. I select something and I start to pull the drive, play between these little two knobs and find a sound.
You gon' fall in love with me tonight. You gon' call me. If I don't get a text, something ain't right. Girl with a pretty face, I get I'ma go, man. It's more than I can explain in a short time. Didn't need a grapevine to hear you sounding like me. Need another side eye when I put on D&D. And it's you, babe. You know nothing else get in between. It's too much for me to scheme, babe. I know that I'm real, this ain't no sound. You can only find on desktop, yeah. I'm making the room.
Okay, so after doing all of that, I hear a little bit of harshness. Okay, that's just natural because this artist, he wanted his vocal to be bright. But now that I'm on the 2 bus, I'm about to go print that thing. I mean, I gotta make sure I watch myself.
I'ma go, man. It's more than I can explain in a short time. Didn't need a grapevine to hear you sounding like me. Need another side eye when I put on D&D. And it's you, babe. You know nothing else get in between. It's too much for me to scheme, babe. I know that I'm real, this ain't no sound. You can only find on desktop, yeah. I'm making the room bounce. I'm not even rolling up. It's just ain't a flex, I don't wanna call on them all. Call on them all, it's how we should.
All right. So now we're in a pretty good condition. And the last thing I like to usually do is I like to usually use the maximizer. Of course, I could have used ozone clarity too. If you wanted to use ozone clarity, you would go reverse way. You'd go on your tilt. All right, let me show you guys how to do it, ozone clarity too. You know, we're really pushing it right here, but I'll show you.
You gon' fall in love with me tonight. You gon' call me. If I don't get a text, something ain't right. Girl with a pretty face, I get I'ma go, man. It's more than I can explain in a short time. Didn't need a grapevine to hear you sounding like me. Need another side eye when I put on D&D. And it's you, babe. You know nothing else get in between. It's too much for me to scheme, babe. I know that I'm real, this ain't no sound. You can only find on desktop, yeah. I'm making the room bounce. I'm not even rolling up. It's just ain't a flex, I don't wanna call on them all. Call on them all, it's how it should be. You gon' fall in love with me tonight.
All right, and just like that, we have a situation where now you have a little bit of a warmth. Now it actually sounds warm. I actually prefer this over the spectral shaper. So after that, I just use the maximizer. I like the upwards compressor because it adds body.
You gon' fall in love with me tonight. You gon' call me. If I don't get a text, something ain't right. Girl with a pretty face, I get I'ma go, man. It's more than I can explain in a short time. Didn't need a grapevine to hear you sounding like me. Need another side eye when I put on D&D. And it's you.
And after that, what I usually like to do is just like listen to the whole song from top to bottom.
It's how it should be. You gon' fall in love with me tonight. You gon' call me. If I don't get a text, something ain't right. Girl with a pretty face, I get I'ma go, man. It's more than I can explain in a short time. Didn't need a grapevine to hear you sounding like me. Need another side eye when I put on D&D. And it's you, babe. You know nothing else get in between. It's too much for me to scheme, babe. I know that I'm real, this ain't no sound. You can only find on desktop, yeah. I'm making the room bounce. I'm not even rolling up. It's just ain't a
You
flex.
see with only about 2 dBs of limiting because my 2-track beat is nice and leveled and everything like that. You know, using a little bit of this upwards compress. Sometimes I might throw in a little bit of soft clip. But yeah, let me make sure I just save this right here so you guys see. The last thing I do though is I like to switch it around though.
It's how it should be. You gon' fall in love with me tonight. You gon' call me. If I don't get a text, something ain't right. Girl with a pretty face, I get I'ma go, man. It's more than I can explain in a short time. Didn't need a grapevine to hear you sounding like me. Need another side eye when I put on D&D. And it's you, babe. You know nothing else get in between. It's too much for me to scheme, babe. I know that I'm real, this ain't no sound. You can only find on desktop, yeah. I'm making the room bounce. I'm not even rolling up. It's just ain't a flex, I don't wanna call on them all. making the room bounce. I'm not even rolling up. It's just ain't a flex, I don't wanna call on them all. Call on them all, it's how it should be. You gon' fall in love with me tonight, you gon' call me. If I don't get a text, something ain't right.
And just like that, you know, we find ourselves in a situation where we have a mix that sounds really professional, really clean. And, you know, this preset is going to be available to you guys as a gift from me to you because this year I want to see y'all blow. You know, I want to see y'all blow. I want us to all come up and I want to work with y'all. Okay, so don't forget down below, double check, make sure you're subscribed to the page so you can keep getting more free presets, more tools, more information, you know, seeing how we break down things step by step to help you get that pro sound that will benefit you. All right, so I'll see you guys next time, and don't forget to check the link down below to grab that free preset or anything else that you want. See you next time, YouTube gang. Peace.